Hello, my beautiful people, and welcome to Settlement Survival. The game's been updated, the user interface has been changed, lots of new features, so we're going to do a new series on it. I absolutely love the game. It's like Banished, but on steroids. A huge amounts of research, trees to go through, natural disasters, you name it. So it's a very, very cool game. So let's get stuck into it. We'll call ourselves Gaming Dad Town, and we're going to play a normal. Everything's just normal, and I'm going to pick a large map. Boom. That's it. Everything else is just as the game is meant to be played. So yeah, even where do we start? So along the bottom of the screen you'll see there's some little kind of highlighted icons, and that's to show you on the map where there's kind of fishing zones. This is great for a pasture. This area is good for a field, so you get more output from your fields. So you've got to decide where you want to start, which side of the river. There's quite a lot going on this side. I think we'll start over here. We need the mountains for mines and things, but we'll cover everything off. Let's go into there. So there is a little bit of a tutorial that will follow along to the best of our ability, but it's pretty straightforward. I'll show you everything before we're done. You'll totally understand. Now, there's 21 people homeless. Come down to houses, build a house. A house will give occupancy for 4 peeps. So we want to put enough in that we have the 4 peeps per house covered, and that we have a little bit extra so that they have the babies if they're happy. Did I put that in the right place? Yeah, I think I did. Boom. So that should give us enough. Now, again, if any of you have played Banished, to start with, you can kind of asset strip the land. So if you just put gather all and highlight the area, that'll allow us to get wood and any bits of metal. So this is iron ore, this is stone across here. We'll probably need to add that on. So you can see it gather rocks, and we'll just see it grab that stone as well for us. Yeah, coolio. So this is the tutorials asking us to build houses, and we'll get a few coins that we can use for trading later. To start the game, you get a marketplace. You can only build your houses within the circle of the marketplace. It's circle of influence. We get a builder's cabin, and we'll get a bit of storage. Right, I'm going to bang the game up to 10. I always play on 10, but I'll pause it as we're doing anything. But we've got an opportunity for a hunter to find a baby animal across there. That's for a gatherer to find some seeds. And that is for pasture. So when we do find a baby animal, we can kind of put them into a corral and get them to breed and use the meat and things. So these are our numbers down the left. It's very deep. When you go into it, every area's got like different bits in, so it's nuts. Very cool, but nuts. So I'm going to put a bit of roadage in just to give us a bit of an outline of where I want to be and where I'm placing stuff. And to start with, we're probably going to mirror this storage area across this side. So into storage, everything's pretty straightforward. The only thing that'll be a little bit different is the research tree. I'll wait for a point to build, and then I'll show you the research tree, because it is nuts. Right, we've done a house. It's now asking us to build some standard fields. So again, initially you would think, keep out of this ring, because I just want to put houses in here, but we can build other marketplaces and move, so I don't want the guys going too far. So I will ask for a couple of standard fields. Let us just fetch the roadage along a bit, so I know where I'm at. I kind of want to keep the river area clear, because we do need to put stuff next to the river. So let's just say about here. 1 and... Why will that not go down? Look. Extra bit of roadage. So let's go roadage. I want to show you remove roads, guys. There was a plan. There you go. And food, another standard field. Boom. Now, if you press I on your keyboard, it'll show you what you have in animals, so if you get any babies, and what you can plant. So we can plant lettuce and apple tree. Now I know apple tree is going to be an orchard rather than a field, so if we need to, we'll just have to put the same seed in twice to get our initial food going. But again, we'll get rewarded by the game with 700 coins, which will help when we do have the ability to start trading. The window on the top here is showing you future events, what's going to happen over time. This is a merchant ship coming in. We could trade with that if we had a trading port, which we don't at the minute. So that's what's going to happen in here. We'll see everything. We'll see immigrants coming, disasters that are forecast, all that kind of stuff. We're just keeping an eye on the numbers. That's the game. The main part is keeping them happy and healthy. If you don't, they'll kind of die, get plague. And if they're unhappy, you'll get crimes, murderers. It really will kick you in the backside. But that is the game, and that's what will happen, I promise. Right, we've built them houses, and we've still got 3 people who are homeless. So we need more houses. Shove them on the back of here. 1 and 2. So yeah, very, very cool game. It's initially at the start, as you're setting it up, can be a little bit slower than when the game kicks in. So we can do a lettuce, and again in this one I'm just going to do lettuce. That'll at least get us some food going. Right, standard field is done. It's now asking us as part of the tutorial to close a field. Any of your buildings production wise, there's a button on the top. You can shut it down and then put it back on if you want to. Yeah, and that'll pass that. Boom. Next one's a big well. Again, I'm just going to put a little bit of roadage in along here. And I'm going to build a well. Wells in resources. It does 2 things. One, it gives us water, which you'll see up here in the beverages. And if there's fires, which there will be, the guys can put the fires out if there's a well. Okay? That is wells. So, hugely important at the start, and I always run out, is peeps. We can get immigrants in the game, and they will help us initially, but you've got to house them, feed them, water them, all that stuff, and keep them happy. But until that happens, you're relying on your kind of own population to give you... Every time a field opens, for example, you're using somebody, this well's going to use somebody. Anything we need is going to use peeps, and that is the hardest part, to keep everybody happy and keep the peeps coming in. When they get unhappy, they'll even stop breeding. So this house is now empty, but someone's just moved into it. A 10-year-old Adeline and 2 kids have moved into that house. Very cool. Right, tech points acquired. Pause. Let's do it. Research. Boom. It's huge. It's interlocking. It's absolutely nuts. I don't know that if it's a right or wrong way. So things kind of interlock. As in, let's say you wanted to get smelting. It says you need to get mining, sand mining first. If you wanted to get an apiary, you need sand mining because it needs clay to build it. Yada, yada, yada. Yeah, it's absolutely nuts. But just remember, every time you open the research, 1, make sure you've got the construction materials to do it, because I always knock that up. And what it needs. So for us to get soap, which will help in our health, we need one of these. You can't make soap with just herbs. You can add it to something and make a better soap. But we would need an apiary to get us beeswax, and how we're going to get enough, yada yada. So that is, it does kind of get complicated. But the Research Institute is one that we can build if we wanted to, and that'll give us points. So when you look at your technology, see here where it says the top left, we've got 20 out of 620. Every time we hit a point, that it gets expanded, so it might go 800, 1100, 1500. So at some point you're just waiting for these. So you're best off having research institutes. But for now, I'm not going to use any points because I need to build my basics first. So, and when we start covering them off, God knows what we will go, because we're all kind of led by how the guys are. Are they happy or are they healthy, and what do we want to work on? Right, I've got no stone left for building. And I don't want to make a quarry, that's for sure. So I'm just going to ask them to gather rocks again. Try and get the stone brought in as quick as we can to help us out. That's a bit far away. There you go. So we'll just let them continue on. So, especially early game, you're kind of waiting for materials, waiting for things to happen, but it doesn't stop disasters. Here's another good one. Because I missed these as well, I apologise beforehand. It's down in here. It should come up on the screen, like in front of you, but if you click on it, it's kind of little mini storylines. So a bunch of drunkards were lighting a campfire and holding a party near the city. Unexpectedly, they started to argue about which wine was better and asked others and you to judge. So, do you think medicinal liquor is better or whiskey is better? I'm going to say whiskey. Boom. Some disapproved this answer and brought out loads of medicinal liquor for others to appreciate. Confirm. So we've got medicinal liquor. I'm guessing that might help with our health. Premium. What's these? There. Okay. So that should help us. I'm guessing if it says medicinal, the guys will be healthier. So again, just waiting for peeps, waiting for stone at the minute. We could jump ahead of the kind of tutorial and start mining in mountains and things, but we wouldn't have the peeps for it. We'd literally run out. A mine would need 3 or 4 peeps, and it is out on the map. We just need the guys to get it. So still waiting for the well. I'm going to create more storage space for now. Probably across this side. I'll just add a... no, let's go a bit further along. Let's do a 6 before this time. Later on we can get warehouses. We can, you know, God, there's 1,000 buildings we can do, so... Right, I am going to jump ahead a little bit. Oh, okay. I want this fuel. See how our fuel's down to 0? It means when the winter comes, they're going to be freezing. So I've got a bit of wood. I'm going to ask them to build a chopping house. We can get, in fact, yeah, we can get a water sawmill, I'm sure. Where on the map are we going to put? Probably up there. I'm going to wait. Let's follow the tutorial because I'm sure it's going to ask us for a forester's hut next. And then we'll see where we'll put it, and we'll put the chopping house between the kind of settlement and the forester's hut. But that is an issue. You can basically see what you're going to run out with. So water's 17. That'll be took care of when we get this sorted. And then we'll need to work on the fuel. So click on it. Get water. Boom. Get. Right, forester's hut. Let's do it. Resources, forester's hut. I'm going to put the forester's hut up here. And just not build into that area. So let us, again, just be a little bit efficient with the walkways. You can upgrade all these to stone and that later on. And which makes them walk faster. Forester's hut. Right, let's do it about here. Boom. And then these guys cover up to here with housing. So I'm going to put in, again, just another road across here. Just to keep it looking pretty-ish. And then I'll bang in probably a bit of storage and a chopping house to be built at the same time. Because I'm not going... What am I looking for? Processing. We'll chuck it in halfway. Maybe there, and we'll chuck in a bit of storage next to both of them. I think I said it before, but you do get warehouses later on. We can upgrade as well, which is a total topic in itself. So if you go to a house and you do remodel, press the plus sign, all of these are upgrades, but you need to unlock, and same for most buildings. So that's quite huge in itself, the ability to upgrade stuff. But we will do it. I'm hoping if we survive that long. Now, I'm down to 8 peeps. Bear in mind, I've got a forester's hut coming on, and I've got my health is down. So, see there, stamina consumption plus 20. Not good. I'm going to bang in services, and we're going to put in a clinic. Now, a clinic should help them. But again, it's just materials. And we'll go. But I have got a few labourers kicking around. All these animals, we can, the hunter, when we get the hunter on, he can grab these and get us a baby now and again. So we can set up our own little pasture areas. That's a good place for a field down here. It's extra 100% from the field. I'm sure that's what it means. The merchant ship will not be able to trade with that yet because we haven't got a trading dock over here. We do get a marketplace as well later on, a trading post, so we can send caravans to factions, and again I'll cover that off at the time. But yeah, lots going on. So we've got another new tech point, but we're kind of okay for now. I don't need anything until I can get my basic set up and the guys are happy. We need them to get some wood, otherwise they're going to freeze to death. And it's August. So they will have stuff in the house. Yeah, they've got a bit of wood. They've all took some. Fuel reserves are low. We know. Waiting for the foresters. And I've only got 2 more kids that are available. Oh, here we go. Right, see this one here? That's what we want. These are immigrants. So when we need to have a town hall first before they come. And if they come in, that'll help us. But again, they're going to need housing. They're going to need food and water. So, chopping. And we're going to have... So this has changed from last time. It'll use dung and wood. So, I don't think I've got any dung yet. Well, that's cool. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's the UI change and it's still the same. So you can have them too. So if you untick that. Okay, weird. I don't know. But yeah, that's the way it used to be. So 5 wood, sorry, gets us 10 domestic fuel. So the guys will work on that. To make them more efficient, you need technology. So the buildings have durability. Again, this is on the upgrade, on the update. So we would have all of these to increase maximum workers. You need to get these, which is luxury furniture. It's nuts. But at least the guys are now building some wood. And the forester's hut's in. So they'll fell trees and plant trees. Now we need a gatherer's hut. But before the gatherer's hut, I'm going to try and put in this town hall. Let's just see if I can fit it in at the top of the street here. Because if this is not ready by the time these guys get here, we won't be able to take them in. Cool. And you can see there's still space in here when we get some extra peeps. If we don't overstretch ourselves and build too much. But I think, because of the amount of wood I got, I'm going to put in an extra, because it is October. You can click on the chopping house, for example, and put in what you want the limit to be. So probably 300 for now. Again, just making these numbers up. I don't know if it's right or wrong. Just got to try and keep an eye on the numbers. Now, the next thing that we'll need to take care of, it'll be the blacksmith, because the tools are low. And if we run out of tools, then the guys are less efficient at what they do. They're a little bit healthier because of whatever we've done. They must be getting the liquor now. Or the clinic's done. Yeah, there you go. Now, there is different kind of plagues, cholera, measles. You can research all of these. If the guys were unwell, we could bang a few points into kind of getting better medical research, we'll call it. If you look in here, I think it's under education. Yeah, so you can get medical research. That would cover that off for you, yeah? Just about to sneeze. Bless me. Right. Okay, this is going to get built in time. Fantastic. Once this is built, we'll drop back on to following the tasks. Because you'd be gutted if the immigrants were coming and you didn't have your town hall. I'm sure I'm right in saying you need to have it to get them to come in. Just waiting. There we go. Right, okay, so town hall's on. Eventually you'll get different administrators that'll come. So we'll look at that when it happens. Right, we now need a gatherer's hut. So again, it's got a circle of influence. I'll probably chuck it across here just because there's they'll find us a seed. So let us just bang in a bit of road. And then see if we can get in the gatherer's hut. So it does like to be next to mature trees. So as long as we don't chop them down. And I can mine on the other side of there. I think I'm probably going to go a bit further. Yeah. That'll do us. A bit more roadage. There you go. So already one citizen wants a new house. I've got a little bit of wood now. It's definitely going to be tools next. So we need to start putting some more houses in, especially seeing all these citizens are coming as well. I'm just going to do them 2. Let's do a 4. You can put in interim housing where they would live, and this will give you 24 people, but they won't have babies. But if you were stuck, you could start to think about one of them. We may do that later. But again, just keep an eye on the food. Metal ores ran out again. So I'm going to ask the guys to gather that. Just rocks, and that's metal ore. So just to keep the numbers up with the metal ore if it's around us. Whatever's kind of close-ish. Yeah, it's probably a bit far, but we'll add it on. There we go. So yeah, once the gatherer's hut's on, we'll get a couple of peeps in there. And we can build more marketplaces. We can expand out and, you know, give us bigger areas. We'll obviously want a bridge across here at some point, I'm guessing, into there. One citizen wants a new house, new tech point. So again, we're alright. We're still normal on health and happiness. That's probably helped by the clinic. I think when immigrants come, there's a possibility they can fetch plague with them. But I'll definitely be working on health to start with. And it tells you if you hover over it, clinics or hospitals, herbs, soap and bathhouse can increase health. So it does tell you. But for soap, we needed the apiary. Definitely. And for the apiary, we needed sand mining. And sand mining is what we'll put next to the water. And that'll just keep fetching that in for us. It's quite cool because it's only worth peanuts, but at least you would have something to trade if you did have your dock and that up. Which, you know, definitely early game it'll help us. My next concern, just looking at my numbers, is going to be tools. So I'm going to put in for a... We're not building at the minute, other than the gatherer's hut, is that right? Yeah, the gatherer's hut's nearly done. I'm going to bang in for my blacksmith, if I've got it. Processing. Yeah, smithy. So again, let's just see where we're at. And this one's at, yeah. I'll just put a smithy on the edge of town here. Just kind of in between. In fact, for the amount of houses that we need, I'm probably just going to go down to there for a field. Yeah, let's just do it the right way. Let's not have it too far away. There we are. And the smithy will give us basic tools. After that, my least lowest number is going to be clothing. Clothing, again, we're going to need bloody... Oh, hold on, gatherer's hut. Right, we need a hunter's hut. We'll need to have the kind of basic product, so either leather or linen, something to kind of be able to produce clothes. So that's going to be a job in itself as well. But we'll wait for this one to finish. We'll see what we're like with numbers, and then we'll get the guys to come in. These are just filling this up. Like, as soon as I build them, an 11-year-old farmer. We've all just got one family. Craziness. You can look at the citizens if you click on them. There is a cool feature as well if you like that kind of stuff. You can do citizen's perspective, and you can see them wander around. Isn't that cool? Okay, and if you like all that kind of thing. Right, we found a new crop seed. Let's just hold the boat. Let's press I, and we got oats. Okay. And now if I press O and look at an item and hover, click on it, oats. So it's cereals grown in the fields, directly edible, can be processed into flour at the mill. Okay, that's cool. So again, that's basically telling us we need a mill. But I'm going to put another... Am I? It's going to take 2 peeps. No. When we get our immigrants, I'm going to put another standard field. Well, I'm not. I'm going to put a normal field down here. And that'll give us an extra 100% yield, and I'll put in the oats for that. And then look at what we need for a mill in technology. If we look at food, and it'll be, I'm guessing it'll be something like bread. This is all what they call rough food. And then simple food would be toast. Wow. Never been down that far to get anything like that. So, it'll be good. Right, these people are going to build us tools from iron and wood. Select. And again, I'm just trying to take the edge off watching these numbers coming in, yeah? We need a hunter's hut next. I'm going to wait for the immigrants. The hunters will give us food and it'll give us material to use in here. And then there was a bear cubby area. I'm sure the guys will find that. But a hunter's hut we don't need to have. It doesn't have its own circle of influence. I'll set it up. I'll set it up anywhere. Resources, hunter's hut. Boom. We'll set it up to get built. That's a pasture area. So if we were putting let's say we did have an animal, you can put a pasture on there, and it'll give you better productivity again. So they're definitely worth using if you find them on your map. Right. Just keep doing what we're doing. I'd love to put more people in. You kind of want to fill all your jobs out and that, but I think when the immigrants come, and it'll be probably his next episode now, I'm sure it's something like 10. So by the time you just get your basics to keep yourself ticking along, it's not enough peeps. You know, you probably need an influx of like 5 or 6. But we'll definitely be doing the health. So I'm thinking probably an apiary to try and get beeswax, to get soap, and that'll be the sand mine and things. So, but we could change. You never know. We could also do with an orchard. I think we had something for an orchard, did we? Yeah, an apple tree. So they'll be a slow grower, but it'll just give us again something else. Right. So there's the hunters. Got 1 person in. Chopping house we've already done. 7 houses we've done. Right, that's important. This is important. A repair shop. Your buildings will collapse. Literally collapse. So let us just remove that little bit of road there. And add in a bit of road up here. And put in a repair shop. Yeah, chuck him in there. Boom. And he'll take care of anything in his area. So we'll start to get a few animals. If he finds a baby, he'll get that for us. What was this? New crop seed acquired? Oh, that was the oats, wasn't it? So yeah, we'll wait until the immigrants get here. We'll put the oats and that in. But for our first episode, we've done all right. We've got our basics sorted. We haven't started with our research yet, because I think the first one's going to be the apiary. Once we've done that, so now I've got 0 peeps, but I'm not building, so I'm going to drop out 1 builder so that I've got somebody at least running around with a gear. Yeah. Next thing's going to be a church. A church gives us happiness, and I'm led to believe, yeah, so I'll show you. Services. Church. It's got a ring of influence, and within that ring, crime doesn't happen, so they'll not murder each other, but they will outside the ring, if it was law. So we need a lot of items to do that, but I will set it away, just to kind of get through the tasks. Yeah. Happy days. So next episode, I'll probably start it when the immigrants are coming, and we'll see how we use them to the best, and we'll do a bit of research as well. Okay guys, if you've enjoyed it, hit the like button, consider subscribing, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.